Inclusivity was the overarching theme coming out of the first ever Belize Climate Change Week, as the 4-day event engaged public and private sector stakeholders and saw representation from youth and indigenous peoples.
What we wanted to do was to create a space where we do a couple of things. One, where we start to engage stakeholders, indigenous people, young people, technical officers within the government, CEOs, high-level officers, and decision makers, politicians really, to talk about climate change, the impacts of climate change, how we mainstream climate change. We also wanted to build the capacities of some of these key sectors. We talk about climate change, everybody is impacted by climate change. But when we go out and do negotiations, let's say, and when we put out Belize's national position in climate change, does it really encompass everybody's perspective? And so this week was really to create a space to do that.
The Belize Climate Change Week is described as being crucial in the government of Belize's commitment to responding to climate change and engaging all relevant stakeholders in propelling climate action on a national and global level.
In COP27 coming up in the UNCBD, the UN Convention on Biological Diversity, their COP coming up in December, we know we'll have a better position, a more informed position by our young people, by indigenous people, by our technical officers, so that it's a stronger position in terms of Belize's position when we go out there.
Political leaders, policymakers, indigenous people, youth, women and children must become aware of the impacts of climate change as it is being experienced this present day and commit to joining forces to tackle these impacts. Environment and climate change expert Una Mae Gordon from Jamaica has been leading the sessions and says that events like these help to advise leadership and the respective roles in battling this issue at all levels of society.
People like us who advise government, who advise ministers, it is for us also to give them the information so they can connect. And so this is part of I had a slide on, I think it was on Tuesday, about connecting the dots. How do we assist the leadership? I don't expect the minister to be talking climate language all the time, but I expect that when he takes this information, when we connect the dots for him, he can make a sound decision to cabinet that this is what is required for the Cayo district because of the impacts of climate change. That's how we connect the dots, and I think we are getting some traction there.
The Belize Climate Change Week is financed by the UNDP Climate Promise Project from Pledge to Impact. Duane, Moody for News 5.